Hey guys, Darkovika here, and welcome to whatever the heck this is. I've already kind of explained what the series is going to be, but for those of you who haven't seen the first video, it will be in the link, or it will be in the description below, explaining what the series is, but just because I feel like it's important to say, it's not a tutorial. There's nothing that's going to be tutorially about this. At most, it will be inspirational for future RPG Maker veterans to look at and laugh, but for now, we're just gonna have some fun with RPG Maker. That's what this is. We're just here to have some fun. Now, you'll notice I've already got some stuff in here, and that's because I already kind of tried to record this, and my first video was a mess, as can be expected. But I kind of was able to feel out what I wanted to do for the video. So, first of all, let me go ahead and really quickly open up the other software that I need, which is Campfire Pro. There it goes. And basically, okay, so I like using Campfire Pro for literally everything and anything. Is probably one of my most favorite pieces of software. It's very cool. You'll notice I have a lot of stuff in here. Don't ask, just know it exists. Welcome to video series. That's what this project is. I have no information on it because it's just, I'm just kind of here to use this. Okay, so I'm here mostly to use this for the sake of the encyclopedia, which is probably my favorite part about this. Now, what is this? This is something that I did in the last video, so I'm just going to go over it briefly. I'll probably zoom in and post or something, but this is an entry under classes. I have an entry for warrior. So I have it's kind of like having a folder. I made the group classes, created the page warrior, and then I can put pretty much anything here. So I've already set up this class because, again, I recorded something as a tester, and part of the tester was like setting this up. So I stupidly deleted all of these without keeping one of them for a sample, which is usually what I do because, I don't know, I have the memory of a goldfish. And so now all it has is attack. I think we can also give it, guard. There we go. Okay, good. Good stuff. So this is how I like to set up all of my stuff in RPG Maker. I think it's fair that a character should have 2 excellent skills, 2 good skills, and 2 not so great skills, and then 2 bad skills. I think that added up correctly. And so what that equates out to for a warrior, we're going to just keep it simple for now and then we'll get fancy later. We have max HP at A because I feel like they should probably have a lot of HP as a warrior. I might change that. We'll see. Maybe I'll give them higher defense instead of higher HP. Their MP is D, so that's the lowest that they can have. Attack is A. Defense is B, and then I put the values so that I can see them later because I don't know, me personally, I always wind up needing these for references. Okay, so what's going on in this picture here? Allow me to show you. I really like using Yanfly's scripts. They inspire me a lot to make things. They give me ideas, so I like implementing them. So this was me kind of setting up a test run for Yanfly's item synthesis script. So you'll notice I found in this one a wooden sword recipe. This one had 15 pieces of wood. This one has a wood hilt recipe, and this one has a wood blade recipe. Now there are 2 ways. I currently have it I currently have it so that you can access synthesis from the item menu. I'm probably going to turn that off. Or you can talk to this chicken, and it will also allow you to access this synthesis, because why not? So we want to craft this weapon. However, this weapon requires a wood hilt and a wood blade. So isn't this so cool? Look at this. It's so neat. I'm so inspired already. Now, to craft it, we need, funnily enough, not 15 wood. I did 5 times 3. I realized that just now. That's funny. So we will make a hilt and we will make a blade, and then we will craft our weapon, and now we have a wooden sword. And so we can equip good old Harold over here with our wooden sword. Great. So let's just pause for a second so that I can sort of show what I did. I was also talking about how my item menu just sort of this is kind of like a chill session, but with RPG Maker involved. So basically, I have all of these items here. My items area always turns into garbage. Like, it just, I can't quite plan ahead far enough for me to make this items area like really good. I feel like if I sat down and like campfire and really just like listed out all of the items that I was gonna have, like, period, in the game, and then I made all of the recipes and stuff, then I could be like, all right, let's go over here, and then we're going to make, you know, we're going to just add another one, and we'll make this like the little fancy dashes that they had in VX8, which had everything made for you. They didn't do that in MV, and I was like, oh no, I'm not creative enough for this, but alas, that's what they did. So, mine always winds up a mess. But, c'est la vie. So our wood sword recipe is here, and we designate this using Yanfly's own markup for his script, which is included in here. I'm weird, and I need, like, in order to look at it, I have to close the database. Yes, sure. I have to, plugin manager, and then I have to actually, like, look at item synthesis and then like see the markup, and then I'll forget it in about 10 seconds. So then I'll close it, do this, go back to the database, go over here and be like, flip, what did I read? And so what I wind up doing is I copy paste it into Notepad so that I have a cheat sheet. Because I have the memory of a goldfish. Get used to that, because I'm going to say it 8 more times. So we now have, we have 3 recipes. So his script automatically says, like, I didn't point it out, but it says, like, you know, recipe 3 of 3 when I collected them. So it, like, hangs on to how many recipes I have in here, which there's a couple ways you can do that. But, you know, for now, we'll just pretend that we don't need to know. So for the items, wooden sword, I got this to work with item 6. You can also, I think I did it over here. No, I did item number again. I was having some issues, so I made it really odd. I think I can make this happen by just typing wood. Let's find out, because that means that I can shuffle things around. I try not to use item IDs, which is what that was, where it said like item 8 and item 6, because if I shuffle things around, this automatically becomes a hot mess, and that's not good. Okay, well, I'll come back to that, because what is it? Wood hilt, wood blade. Wood hilt, wood blade. First letters. Oh God, stop. Okay. Wood hilt. Is that what that is? Sure. They're both one. Doesn't matter. Wood blade. And I think that should work. We're gonna find out. Either there might be sound for this. There might not be. I kind of. Look, the audio in RPG Maker starts off very, very loud. Like, it's blowing out OBS. But it didn't work. Okay, I might have to put some quotation marks around it, I think. Oh, yeah, see, that's why I was using the item ID. I didn't have the right markup, and I'm not sure. I couldn't get it right. Couldn't figure it out. I should have just tested one of these. Why do I do this? I did this yesterday. I don't know why I'm like this. I did this exact same thing where I was like, oh, I'm gonna change all of them all at once. Flip, I messed up again because I didn't change one of them. Yeah, see, I didn't change this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, debugging is 90% of what you do in game development. Yes, save changes, please. If this doesn't work, we will go back to what we had before, because that worked. And I just won't move anything around in my inventory. Okay, see, here's what I was talking about, though. Collected recipes is 3 of 3. All right, well, you know what? I tried. C'est la vie. This is, what was it? Item 8? Yeah. Wait. Item 8. That's it. You know, we're just gonna, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's gonna again, I mean, like, this ruins it, because now I can't, like, shuffle things around, which is kind of what I was talking about. Because if I shuffle things around, all of that's gonna break. This was item 6. And this was item 7, I think. Oh my gosh. I'm never quite in line with my keyboard, so when I type, I misspell things constantly. Alright, cool. Well, that's good enough for me. Whatever. Alright. So now the other thing that I wanted to work on is like, how do you implement this, right? Because that is my favorite thing to do, is actually implement things. So you need to be able to get wood in order to do this, but you can't exactly like just rely on mystical treasure chests to appear unless, you know, you can get rid of the chicken, unless you're relying on getting the recipes, because you're probably going to need that. But we should have enemies that drop this stuff. So let's pop over here and see what we got. We're going to change the maximum. I'm going to be a smart child and not actually delete those. And I know what I want. We're going to use the earth spirit. And we'll just, oh, you know what? We could do this. We're going to change the hue to green. We'll call it a forest spirit. We'll give it oi every time. Alright, 15 EXP. I'm sure that won't be a lot. 50 gold. I'm sure that also won't be a lot. And we'll say for we'll do 1-to-1 for now, just to make life easy on us. We'll do 1-to-1 for wood, and we'll do 1-to-1 for potions. That's definitely not going to be exploitable. All right, now here's the tough part. Setting up enemies so that they're sensical and not dumb. So let's add into our lovely thing over here. We're going to say enemies. I love campfire. They should pay me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not serious. All right, so our first entry we're going to say is forest spirit. Now, another thing that I have installed is Yanfly's enemy levels, because frankly, I hate the way RPG Maker does enemies, which is flat and they don't level with the character. And that is a problem, because if your character goes up like 3 levels, you can't hit them. They can't hit you anymore. They're not difficult. They're not a challenge. Areas become completely unstable and it's just a mess. So for my own stability and for my own mental health, I need this. Dead serious. No, I'm just joking, sort of. Again though, I need my markup. So we're gonna open up another. I should use sticky notes, but I'm trash. Okay, so let's copy paste this into Notepad. Here's my beautiful cheat sheet, because I have the memory of a goldfish. Like I said, I'm gonna say it 8 more times. All right, let's go in here. And we have our forest spirit. Okay, so I actually don't know what I want to give it yet. So it's a forest spirit. So we can assume that this thing has different stats than the warrior. It's probably not going to have amazing health. It's probably going to have a whole lot of I should probably save this as a template, this like list of stats, because I don't know, for some reason I just hate retyping things, but I also hate repetition, so deleting those hurt me on the inside. What was it again? I think actually it's automatic. I don't have to put anything. Nope, I was correct. It's automatic. I totally forgot, but that's all right. You can set, like, okay, so there are note tags. It's automatic, so it doesn't matter. You can also set your settings. Oh, I don't want to close this. All right. You can set your settings so that you could say enemies are the average level of the whole party. Enemies are the highest level in your party, or the enemies are the lowest level in your party. That would make them the same level as, like, if you were level 1, then they would all be level 1. Now there's also a setting for how much you want that to, just whatever, I'm just going to go over it because I really like this. There's a setting. Yeah, here's the fluctuation. So I'm actually going to set that to 1 because, look, fighting something 2 levels above you sucks. It's not great. It's really hard. I haven't yet set it up so that doesn't just automatically destroy you. Also, I'm going to go over here and remove Teresa, Marcia, Lucius, because they don't have a reason for existing in the party. They don't even have classes. Forest spirit. Okay, now we don't need that after all. We're also gonna put drops. So it drops wood currently 1-to-1, and it drops potions 1-to-1. See, look at this. It's so neat. It's so collected. This is like so satisfying for me. Okay, so we don't really have any abilities, so all it's gonna do is attack, but that's okay. we'll add a panel for abilities. So when we get there, we can, you know, write them out. All right, so now let's decide the stats for my lovely little thing over here. For sure, max MP and magic attack are A. Magic defense should be B. I think agility should be B. We could say max HP is C. Luck is C, and then we'll say attack and defense. Oi, come here. Stop it. All right, D. Now, I'm also going to double down on this and make those exact stats the same for... We're gonna get fancy. We're gonna make a class called Summoner. Because you know what? I have my cheesy, like, warrior class that every game ever has. But now we're gonna make a summoner class. And we're actually going to... We're not gonna get so fancy that every single thing has, like, its own stats. Because that's just... First of all, not possible. But also because I want... So one way that now this isn't exact because I've also learned that setting these monsters to have the same stats as like the player, it's really hard. Like the game gets hard. I mean, I'll show you, but it takes forever to kill something because it's like, it's hard. Okay, so we also have to take into account how much damage the player does. So, because that's obviously how much health the enemy can have. Now we're gonna say, let's see, max HP is C. So we're gonna put 493, oopsies, so that I have that. Okay. Stop. Thank you. Also, I alt-tab through everything. So if I am alt-tabbing and you're like, oh my god, you're making me ill, please cease and desist. I'll fix this later. Just let me know. Because this is my preferred method of traversing between... What did I say this was? D. This is my preferred method of traversing... Hey. Okay, there we go. Through the programs. It's faster. Magic attack is A, so that's going to be 21. We will have to edit this for the enemy. Magic defense is B, so that is a 19. Agility. What did I say? B? That was the same as the A. I'll take it. And I think I made, yeah, luck is C. So that is 29. Beautiful. All right, cool. So now we have a summoner class that doesn't actually do anything, but it works. We'll come back to it later. Okay. Cool. So our forest spirit is going to have very similar stats. And I'm just going to copy that and come over here. And we're going to put the same thing. Even though we're going to completely edit that because absolutely there's no way that is so much. It's going to be completely unkillable. It's going to hit like a tank. It's going to suck. 13... I know, I'm sorry. I'm alt-tabbing a lot. It just, look, bear with me. I have the memory of a goldfish. 19, 32, and 29. I can remember that. There we go. All right, cool. So now we actually have this. So we have an enemy that drops wood. Fabulous. We should have a quick event. We'll make a treasure. And we'll have it give the recipes. Wood hilt and wood blade, and then oops, can't see. There we go. Wood sword recipes were found. Perfect. Now, what we can do is sure, that's not what I wanted to do, but sure. We're going to set this area as one, just big old one. And then we're going to come over here into our preferences. And we are going to say nothing because I forgot to set up a troop. There we go. Excuse me. We'll add and then we'll auto name it, apply, and just to be total jerks, we'll add 2. Although I'm probably not going to put that in this area. Let's be real. 1 is gonna suck enough, and that's fine. Okay, so the weight is always really tricky I never remember this. Goldfish. Value that affects the frequency at which the troop is encountered. I really wish that their tooltip included what the weight means, because 1 out of 1, that makes sense. 5. What is 5? What does that mean? What that? I always have to look it up, but we'll just assume for now. There's nothing else, so it's not battling with anything else. I think the closer it is to 5, the more likely it is to show up. I think. Could be 10. Could be the further away from 5, the more likely it is to show up. I don't remember. So let's just jump in and we'll run around and get... I forgot how many pieces of wood that I need. But if we come over... Oops, that's not what I want. Perfect. So this is going to be extreme... see, there we go. Oh, I forgot to say. So I set up these as key items, and they're not usable. You can't get rid of them. They're not consumables, and you can't sell them because they're key items. So now if I run around, let's see how quickly I die, because I have no equipment, and these things have the same stats as like a regular player. So it's okay, not too bad. It's because its defense is low, so it takes 47, and it's only doing 12 to me because it's mage. We're still gonna be here for the next 5 years because, hey, not that long after all. That was pretty good job, Harold, my boy, my child. We might actually kill this relatively quickly because we're doing 60 damage-ish plus that 153, and it's only 400. See, that's not so bad when they're mages and they don't actually have magic, but you know. Okay, so we got wood. This is gonna take a while, so we're just, you know, that's how we do it. That's how we make the synthesis thing, because now we're actually working towards, I got potion, and we have wood, which is also not usable or sellable. Might change that, because if you wound up with 400 pieces of wood, what do you do with that? Gonna make, I mean, you could just make like 1 billion wood swords and then, you know, roll with that, but whatever. Okay, cool. I know we didn't really like achieve a whole lot, and this was a whole lot of talking, but I feel pretty good about this. It's mostly just kind of like coming up with cool ideas in RPG Maker and like exploring some cool stuff that I have. It's not about being really good at it. It's not about being skilled or talented. It's just about having fun with game design. So I think that was really cool. We made we messed around with enemy levels. Obviously we only fought one monster and it was level 1. I might tone down the health a bit because that obviously still took quite a lot of time. It was 493 health. I think if we gave it 300, that would be fine. And I mean, health, honestly, I think I dyslexically wrote 493. No, I think I dyslexically wrote 349. You know, it's fine. All right, cool. So I think that works out. We'll give it 300 health. I think that's more than enough for a forest spirit. And, you know, we looked at other things. We obviously have to make some skills for our 2 classes that we have now, the warrior and the summoner, and we could probably add not Therese. Therese is not the summoner. We'll make her a warrior. Marsha is the summoner. And now we can add her to the party because she has a class. Yeah, so we can still make some skills. We could fully set up our classes, even though that's going to take forever. We also have to take into account how much damage we're doing to enemies. Are they too easy? Are they too hard? These are complicated things, but that's okay because we're just here to have fun. And another thing that I want to set up is the quest system. So we'll go over that in the next one. I'm actually really excited to show that off because I have a lot of fun with that one. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this. Obviously I have face cam up in the right corner. I don't know if I'm gonna keep face cam. I think it works in the top right corner because I'm not necessarily blocking anything. But let me know if you guys want me to do that. Like, I don't know. This is a whole new world. We're in a whole new frontier. I'm not mimicking anybody. A couple other things that I was thinking about doing is just breaking down some old games, like maybe Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VII, something. Oops, excuse me. Not 7 actually. 7 doesn't really match what we're doing here. 7 is a little newer in what it does. I think if we stick to the games like 6 and before, even 1, like if we broke down some of the gameplay mechanics in 1, that might be really fun, and like try to apply some of them to here. And I don't know, I thought that might be fun. So obviously a lot of this is just like literally just talking about game design because it's cool. I don't know, I'm a nerd. See you guys next time. Bye.